What's up, YouTube? Let's talk some URG. UR Energy. Stock's doing good. The sector's about to turn. Going into 2016, I see the writing on the wall. Basically, what I see happening is your sites like MSN Money and Yahoo Finance and Seeking Alpha and dozens and dozens of more are going to come out with their stock picks after January 1st. And you're going to see it in the first week of the year. And watch, the uranium market is going to be front and center. They're going to be telling you it's time to look at uranium. The market's turning. Big deficits end of 2016, 2017. That keeps building going through 2023. I know, for example, I can give you the fact that the United States imports 90% of all the uranium. What the fuck, you know? In the 1960s, 1970s, early 1970s, the United States was the biggest producer of uranium in the world. Now we import 90%. 50% of that total comes from Kazakhstan. What does that tell you? Well, what that tells me is going forward, okay, you got India, China, the Russians, Kazakhstan, all doing these joint ventures, all doing this collateral, collaborating together, and not really worried about the spot market. Aren't at the mercy of the spot market. Aren't going to share with others, which means they don't play well with others, right? But anyway, so let's focus on the United States. The United States, the big platform. The United States, the one with the light on it, you know, and that's where everybody gets their information for their ebb and flow of what's going on in the market. Well, shit, end of 2016, they've got a 20-something% deficit of unfilled requirements by utilities. End of 2017, that number is over 30%. So what does that tell you? That tells you that there's going to be a big scramble and the spot market's going to jump, and it's going to jump hard. That's crazy to me. And you know, let's talk about one more thing now. Let's refocus on UR Energy. You know, you got 6 million analysts that cover it, right? That are recognized on the street. All their future earning predictions and analyst estimates and all this, what's it based on? It ain't based on a whole lot, because you can't make numbers out of thin air for stuff that's in the ground. You can only base it on what's taken out of the ground, drummed, put in the inventory, and sold. Am I right or wrong? Okay, you can't account for lost soldier. You can't account for Shirley Basin. You can't account for the joint ventures that they got up in Canada. You can't account for potentially doubling the size of Lost Creek, which I expect news on anytime. That's 2 miles each side of the radius. That's what it comes out to. A 15-mile radius coming from 7.5 up to 15-mile radius. That's double the size. Now, they just came out yesterday and said, we got to revise up on Lost Creek a second time because we got more uranium than we thought. That's crazy, in a good way. Uranium market is a hot topic. It's separate. What I'm going to say is it separates itself from the other commodities. I can't tell you what gold's going to do. I can tell you where it'll go sooner or later, because it has to. I can tell you silver is going to rebound at some point, but I can't tell you what conviction. But I can tell you what conviction the uranium market's going to rebound. Why? Because nuclear energy is your base load energy going forward. And renewables, solar, turbines, hydro, wind, that's all making up the rest of the pie. But about 30% is going to be your base load. Base load is the energy you can count on 24/7, 365 days a year. That's where the world's going. That's not where Mexico's just going. That's not where France is the only one going. That's not where China's going. That's everybody. Saudi Arabia, UAE, everybody, man. Just look at, all you got to do is Google it. I ain't lying. Google uranium. Click news. Do it every day. Man, there's so many good things happening. And here's the other thing I wanted to point out. All right? A uranium mine, right? I've talked about this before. I've hit on this. It's the hardest mine to put into production. Average 8 years, 8 to 10 years to bring a mine online. After, you know, all the permits, you know, going through regulation approval, building the mine, meeting the safety standard, all that shit. And these new nuclear reactors as safe as can be. Look at the ones in South Korea. They can withstand a nuclear missile. And you probably think I'm making that up. Nope, Google it. It's crazy how advanced these third generation reactors are. See, you can't tell me. That's where we're going. Writing's on the wall. You know what I mean? So, UR Energy should be on your watch list. Uranium in general needs to be on your watch list. Nuclear energy needs to be on your watch list. And I'm telling you, man, you're going to see the ascent starting in first week of 2016. And it's going to keep like that for a while. Now, I don't know, based on number crunching and everything, 2018, I think it's really going to explode, because they say the focus is 2020 through 2023, where the demand runs away from supply. But I think people get nervous about the end of 2017, 2018, and you're going to see all kinds of huge jumps in the uranium market. You're going to see spot go, you know, hit over $80. I promise you. It'll be over $50 short-term spot. It'll be over $50 in 2016. It's a given. I ain't lying. I speak and tell it the way it is. I just say be smart, man. Take advantage of technology. 20 years ago, we didn't have the access to all this information. You have to get out of a newspaper or fucking go pull a microfiche of an old paper at the library. Now you got all the information, but you got to be able to decipher from you know, the smoke screens and what's real and stuff. Obviously, you know, one company might push their products better. You know how that is. But I'm just saying, you got to do your own due diligence and educate yourself. That's why I'm in UR Energy. I got 53,000 shares as of today, December 9th, 2015. I'm going to keep adding. I don't give a shit what, I do give a shit, but it doesn't bother as much if it just stagnates, flatlines, whatever, the share price, because it just gives me more opportunity to buy cheaper shares. The way this company's leveraged, 60% long-term contract in 2016 at over $50 to $55 a pound, and the other 40% at the tempo they want to take out of the ground goes into inventory and sell when they want to sell. And their stuff is drummed ready to go. They don't sit on it. They get it ready to go. So when a customer comes calling, a utility says, hey, I need 250,000 pounds uranium. Oh, it's already drummed, ready to go. Process, bam, on its way within 5 business days of receipt. Do your research, people. Be smart about your investments. All right? Thanks for watching. Later.